Life is just the worst sometimes. Getting out of bed feels so bad you'd rather just disappear instead. Your head feels so heavy with anxiety, stress and negative thoughts that it feels like there's no space for anything else. Everything feels impossible, even the smallest of things. And you don't have any hope in your heart that your future is going to be any brighter, that anything will work in your favor. When you feel this low, it's easy to give into low habits too. Doom scrolling, overthinking, negative thoughts, procrastination, laziness, you name it. I've struggled with my mental health for many years for so many different reasons that I'm not even going to get into, but despite my anxiety and my depression, I've still managed to progress. I've managed to get into my dream university. I wrote a novel that I'm obsessed with, which is literally right here, and it's published by my dream publisher, Penguin Random House, and there are so many different things that I've managed to accomplish and I've managed to do despite having bad mental health and having struggles within my personal life. So if you're in a position where you just feel really low about yourself, your life, your circumstances, the environment that you may be stuck in, the job that you may be stuck in, whatever it is that's just feeling as though it's gone completely wrong in your life, I'm here to tell you that that is not the end. Honestly, the people that are at their lowest are usually the people that make the biggest comebacks in life. Life is testing, life is hard, and you are not strange or weird or unaccomplished or a failure. What you are feeling is part of the human condition. Feeling sadness, experiencing setbacks, and just feeling really stuck is something that every single one of us experiences at some point or another. And honestly, it is such a big learning curve. And it's usually after that that we actually take all of those lessons and start progressing. Every single person experiences negative thoughts. It's literally a part of our evolutionary journey. But something that differentiates successful and unsuccessful people is that the successful people don't sit there and ruminate and overthink and let the negative thoughts bring them down. They speak back to them. They fight against them. They push and break through all of the negative barriers in their mind until they are literally living their dream life and becoming their dream self. The first part of this video focuses on the mental shifts, and the second part focuses on practical tips for real change. The first mental shift is the growth mindset. Psychologist Carol Dweck studied how people's beliefs about intelligence affects their success. And she found that students who believed that intelligence is something that can grow with effort performed much better than those who believed that intelligence is fixed. Now let's reflect on this for a moment. If we believe that no matter what we do, our life is always going to be the same, we're never going to be more talented, more skilled, more educated, more successful, this is it. We are unlucky, life has been hard so far, there have been so many setbacks and obstacles and rejections and things just aren't going right, and that's just it. It's literally the complete opposite of the growth mindset, and because of that we will literally be promoting the limiting beliefs that we have in our mind and genuinely being stuck as a result. As the growth mindset experiment proved, if you are conscious of the fact, it is a fact that with effort you can change your knowledge, you can change your skill set, you can upgrade how talented you are in different aspects. If you truly believe that, you will keep showing up and you will keep trying, and even if you are in a really bad place or you just aren't doing well, that consistency, those small steps, those small changes towards trying to improve in whatever area of your life, it's going to add up and it is going to lead you somewhere. It all starts in your mind. The truth is that you are always growing and changing. You may feel really stuck in life, but just think back 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. Things are very different. They are constantly evolving and moving. That is an inevitable part of life. Change will always come. It will always be there. And you have more control than you realize. Because if you want that change to be positive change, then it's all about your mindset, it's all about your habits, it's all about the small steps you're taking, because they will accumulate and that momentum will open doors towards amazing things for you. I love the book Atomic Habits by James Clear, and even though I don't remember many of the chapters, word for word, I remember the general essence, and the main essence that has really stuck with me, it's like burrowed its way into my mind, is that it doesn't matter if you're a millionaire today. If you have bad spending habits and you are gambling away your money, then you will literally be left with nothing. But if you today, maybe you're just not doing very well financially, not that stable, but you have really good habits with regards to your finances. You're really careful with them. You're saving, you're investing in multiple streams of income, you're thinking about, business, and you're just trying to build yourself up, then you are in a much better position than even a millionaire. So it's not necessarily about where you are in life right now, it's about your habits that are going to stack up, that are going to shape your future. The second mindset shift is gratitude towards yourself. Now, I know everybody speaks about how important it is to have gratitude. Psychologists have found time and time again that one of the main things that helps humans live fulfilling lives, joyful lives, productive lives is to have gratitude, to focus on everything they have rather than what they're lacking. We already know that gratitude is important. It is the foundation of our happiness and productivity in so many ways. But I want to take this a step further and talk about having gratitude towards ourselves. Because the truth is that life is hard. There are challenges, there are obstacles, there is heartbreak, there is pain, there is grief, there is sorrow, there's depression and anxiety, and even social anxiety, having to deal with people and interactions that can be quite unpleasant. I just want you to take a moment to show that gratitude towards yourself, because you are the one who pulled yourself up after every single time you were pushed down, after every single heartbreak and failure and rejection. You are the one who saved yourself and kept showing up, kept waking up the following day, because honestly, nobody else can do that for you. You have to show up for yourself, and you're still here and you're still trying. And if you're watching this video, it means that you're definitely struggling in life in some way, but you're still hopeful and you're still trying, and you're trying to push through all the barriers that are holding you back. There are things in your life that just aren't working in your favor right now, but you are still trying. It's hard being human. It's hard dealing with strong, overwhelming emotions. And you should be so proud of yourself and have that empathy, compassion, gratitude for yourself. Because as you work on that, you build such a good relationship with yourself, and you make it so much easier to show up for yourself, whether it's through discipline, consistency, confidence. Like, you will just make sure that you live a more fulfilling life for yourself. The third and final mindset shift is to reframe your negative thoughts. Oh, well, aren't negative thoughts just the bane of everyone's existence, literally, collectively? I mean, at least we know we're not alone in this. Now, I'm going to be honest and say that it's something that I still struggle with, but this method of just shifting the way I frame negative thoughts in my mind has been life-changing. So if you're somebody who experiences recurring negative thoughts and they are quite overwhelming and strong, I want you to remember that they may be overwhelming and recurring, but they are not set in stone. You have the power to change the way that you think about them, the way they impact you, and the power they have over you. I want to mention the learned optimism study by psychologist Martin Seligman. He trained people to identify and challenge negative thought patterns. And as they started doing this, they were less likely to be impacted by depression, and they were more likely to show that resilience through the difficult times in their life. So if you find yourself thinking negatively quite a lot, try speaking back to your negative thoughts, try journaling them out, write them out, and then confront them through solutions, through reframing them, through thinking about them from a different lens. I know anyone who's experienced negative thinking, which is, like I said, the vast majority of us, we will know this. When it seems as though you are fixating on one thing that's going wrong, next thing you know, you just feel as though everything in your life is going wrong, everything in the world is going wrong, because you spiral with the negative thoughts. And honestly, positivity works in the same way. Positive affirmations work in the same way. If you start speaking back to negative thoughts through a positive lens, then very soon you'll start seeking and seeing a lot more gratitude in your life. It will literally be all around you, because you'll be focusing on it and you'll be noticing it. You'll literally be bringing more of it into your life. Now I'm going to give you 3 practical tips for true change, to go from somebody who is just not happy with their circumstance, with their life, with themselves, to being somebody who is ready to progress, ready to break through all of the barriers and see real growth. The first tip is movement. Honestly, I've come to realize that anytime I'm feeling really anxious or depressed or stressed, and I stay in that exact same position, in that exact same room, in that exact same environment, speaking to that exact same toxic person, whoever they may be, or I continue scrolling on my phone, that is when I am literally enabling the overthinking, the negative thoughts to pull me down lower and lower. The trick is that the moment you feel that negativity, that low energy, low mood, that literally depression kick in, you have to change things up like this. You have to get up straight away. If you're in your bed, get up straight away. have a drink of water. It's all about the small things you can do to change, your environment. You don't even necessarily have to leave the room. Just look at something else. Shift your gaze. Put your phone away. Tell that person that you're speaking to who's bringing bad energy into your life, I need to have a toilet break, or I need to go and get a snack. It's honestly just about changing things up a little bit so you can snap out of that negativity. The things that really help me to become grounded again and, to become more focused, more productive, more hopeful are getting some exercise or going for a walk, drinking water, literally chugging some water, reading a page of a book. It just shifts the mental space that I'm in. Putting my phone away. I am going to encapsulate all of that under movement. All it is changing up your environment as quickly as possible. The second practical tip for true change is actually storytelling. I'm an author by profession, so I literally do storytelling for a living, but I've come to realize something really strange and special, and it's that when I fictionalize my life and I literally think of myself as a main character, my perception of all the hurdles and the struggles is completely different, because the truth is that nobody wants to watch a movie or read a book where the main character is just doing everything perfectly all the time, never really growing, because you grow as a result of failure and setbacks and all the lessons you learn through that. You learn more from failure than you would ever do from success, and that's just the truth. And as I started thinking of myself as a character, I was like, you know what, it would be boring if my life was just perfect all the time, if I didn't have to work hard to achieve the things that I'm passionate about and to achieve my dreams. And that made it so much easier to bear the pain or any of the heartbreak, any of the sorrow or grief in my life. So I literally want you to write your own story. And this way you can imbue your own meaning to everything. You can take the power back. People may have hurt you on your journey. Things may have been really tough. Your family life may have been toxic. All these things that are completely out of your control essentially. Through this beautiful art of storytelling, literally open a Word document, or even if you want to do it pen and paper, the traditional way, just get a notebook, write your story. It can be this grand, beautiful narrative, and you will find it so incredible, because the truth is that if you are at your lowest in life, that means the only way is up, right? You will rise, and you will rise in beautiful ways that you couldn't have even imagined. And as you start envisioning yourself as the main character and doing the task of storytelling, and actually not stopping at the present moment but carrying on with how wonderful your future is going to be, how you want to meet the love of your life and you want to have this thriving business and whatever it is that you long for, it will just make you so much more able to see it, because you are literally speaking it into existence, you are writing it into existence, and you will essentially, whether it's consciously or unconsciously, start to manifest it all, because you will believe that it's possible. They say that when you're reading a novel, you have such strong emotions because your brain can't tell that it's not real, that it's all fictional. You become so attached to the characters and their journey, everything they go through, it means so much to you. And I think it's the same when you are actually storytelling your own narrative, your own grand narrative about the way things have been or the way they are at the present time in your life and the way that you want them to be in the future. Your brain can't even tell what's real and what's not, so it will literally start to conceptualize all of that as your grand narrative, as your epic story, and you will genuinely start showing up in your life with so much more self-belief and excitement. The third and final practical tip for true change is to step out of your comfort zone. If you are unhappy with where you are in life or the way things are, it's probably because you've been stuck in the same unhealthy routines and habits for many years at this point. So it's time to change things up. It may be uncomfortable, but true growth and change lies at the time of you stepping out of your comfort zone. You don't know the people that you could meet, the opportunities that you could get, the interactions that you could have that could, lead on to inspirations. I mean, for me, it's my novels. I come up with incredible ideas as I put myself out there into the world. I socialize, and I honestly am an introvert by nature. It's not something that comes to me naturally. I've taught myself how to become more confident and comfortable with it. And it's one of the best things I've ever done. It opens up your mind. Life feels more negative when it's stagnant and you are literally stuck in the same patterns, doing the same things every single day, day in, day out. That would be depressing for literally anyone, especially if it's a routine that doesn't align with your dream life or your dream self. Now, this really isn't about doing something outrageous or crazy. Step out of your comfort zone by doing small things. So for me, this looked like going to dance classes. I started Zumba classes, and I used to be really self-conscious of people in a class seeing me dance, and now I just do it so confidently. I'm there having a good time. I don't care what's going on around me. And that has contributed so much to my self-belief, to my confidence, which is showing up in all other areas of my life. Here I want to mention the power pose experiment by Carney, Cuddy and Yap. Participants who spent 2 minutes in high power body postures, for example standing confidently with hands on hips, felt more confident and took more risks than those who sat in low power postures, such as being hunched over. So your body language influences your emotions. If you are constantly huddled up at home, you are constantly just like, just not putting yourself out there in new situations and environments and trying, you will be having such a negative impact on your confidence. If you start taking small steps to just get out of your comfort zone, to appear really confident, even though you may not feel it fully on the inside, you will start influencing your emotions in a way that reflects that behavior. Your body, the way you move it, the things that you do with it are so important. Getting out of your comfort zone really does not have to look drastic or ridiculous. It can be something that you do bit by bit. And I honestly think that the small steps are more realistic, more empowering, and they stick more. You will literally just be coming back to do that again and again. If you do something really overwhelming and drastic, you may not want to actually be involved in that exposure therapy ever again. Putting yourself out there in scenarios you're not so comfortable with, it will teach your mind to adapt better. It will teach you to have more self-belief and confidence. Like, oh my god, I didn't think I would ever be able to go to a public event like that and stand up and speak to a bunch of people in a crowd or ask questions in front of a panel, and I did it. You will literally unlock so many different aspects of your own potential, and that is in turn going to start influencing the way you see yourself, the way you show up for different opportunities in your life, the way your life starts to look as a result of you taking different opportunities. The knock-on effect of it is truly immense. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I really hope you found this video interesting and valuable. Every single thing that I shared truly from my heart. I've experienced so many struggles with, my confidence, with progressing in life, with like keeping the negative thoughts at bay so I could focus. And I think so many of us are in the same boat. So please do remember that you are not alone. Reach out to a therapist, to family members, to friends, whoever you need to feel more confident within your ability to progress in life, because I promise you, you can change your life around. Just remember that you have amazing, incredible things already on their way to you. And all you have to do is to make your way towards them as well, to be willing to receive them all with open arms, and to realize that good things are meant for you, that they were always meant for you. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I really, truly appreciate it. Please check out all the links below, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye.